Good evening. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Sophie Erber.
And I'm Tim Seaman. 1.7 million Iowans have received at least one dose of the coronavirus vaccine.
However, Iowa will see its vaccine allocation decrease in the coming weeks. And it's our top story at 6.
The White House COVID response team did inform governors yesterday that we are going to see a significant reduction in J&J doses next week, and that we should expect lower allocations until the end of the month. Until then, we'll adjust our plans accordingly over the next few weeks.
Now, despite the lower amount of Johnson & Johnson doses, this week brought Iowa's biggest shipment so far of all 3 types, more than 160,000 doses. The governor said 44% of adults have had at least one dose. 28% are fully vaccinated. Governor Kim Reynolds also expressed her opposition to so-called vaccine passports, which would require people to show they've completed their COVID-19 vaccination to access certain public businesses.
I think what you're doing when you move forward with something like that is you're creating a 2-tiered society, and it's that you either engage or you're marginalized. I think, what are they doing with the data? It is more big government overseeing what's happening, and so we want to make sure that that doesn't move forward in the state of Iowa.
The Biden administration has said that it does not support any kind of a vaccine passport or certification at the federal level. Meanwhile, a federal program offering funeral assistance is set to begin on Monday. It will be funded by the Federal Emergency Management Agency, and people who lost a family member to COVID-19 anytime after January of 2020 are eligible to apply for help. Families could be reimbursed for up to $9,000 and do not need to show financial need to be eligible.
The only stipulation is that if the family had a pre-need insurance contract that was funded by a trust, by insurance, by any other financial mechanism, they won't qualify.
On Monday, FEMA is setting up a toll-free hotline. The number right there on your screen is 844-684-6333, and we'll have that on our website as well. There's also a call center to answer questions about both the program as well as the application.
Norfolk community leaders tonight are helping their residents get vaccinated against COVID-19. The Mayor's Diversity Council and Northeast College in Norfolk came together to help out their community and get signed up to get that vaccine. The event was designed to stop the spread of misinformation and also walk people through the process that might not speak English or have access to technology to sign up for the vaccine.
Being a diverse population, a lot of times, unfortunately, people maybe say of other cultures or don't speak English, don't always get the right information out there. So we want everybody in the community to get the opportunity. Obviously it's up to them if they get the vaccine or not.
We do have additional resources for Siouxlanders who are trying to find some open vaccination appointments on our website. That's SiouxlandProud.com or the new KCAU 9 mobile news app.
What could end up being a crowded 2022 race for Nebraska governor has its first official candidate. Jim Pillen, a University of Nebraska regent, announced that he's running as a Republican candidate for governor. Current Nebraska Governor Pete Ricketts isn't eligible for re-election due to term limits. Cattle producer Chuck Herbster and State Senator Brett Lidstrom have said that they are considering a run as well.
The Iowa Senate approved a proposed constitutional amendment that would restrict abortions in our state. The amendment seeks to overturn an Iowa Supreme Court ruling that found the state's constitution does protect a woman's right to an abortion. The Senate's version reads in part, quote, to defend the dignity of all human life and to protect mothers and unborn children from efforts to expand abortion even to the day of birth, end quote. Now, both chambers of the Iowa legislature would have to approve this amendment again next year. That's before it would even be placed on the ballot for the public to vote on.
Well, if one of those long-standing weather sayings holds true, it's going to be an awful flowery May because the showers are here in April.
I'm looking forward to that and the Tulip Festival, hopefully up in Orange City this year. Let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Scott Larson for a look at the forecast.
Well, today we've had a few off and on showers out there, Tim and Sophie, and it looks like the rain is going to be with us for most of the day on Thursday, a wet one for tomorrow. As we review the high temperatures that were achieved this afternoon, you can find that those were in the 50s and 60s for most. Sioux City had a high temperature today of 67. That was actually early this morning. 50 in Yankton, 63 in Orange City, and 70 in Carroll. Tonight we should see our temperatures recede into the 30s and 40s, including 44 in Sioux City. Rain chances will spike tonight. And you can see that we will have rain with us for most of the day tomorrow. Quite a washout until it looks like the rain comes to an end on Friday. We'll have more information on how much rain will come. That's in the 9 on 9 forecast coming up shortly. Sophie and Tim.
All right, Scott, thanks. Good to see that we're working on that deficit.
Yes, really good thing for our fire danger, too. Well, camping season is in full swing as warmer temperatures are making their way back to Siouxland.
KCAU 9 News reporter Lydia Vasquez joins us live tonight from one of those campgrounds in Dakota City.
Lydia, what are some of the changes campers should keep in mind?
Hey, Tim and Sophie. I'm here at Cottonwood Cove Park in Dakota City. Now, if you've ever camped out here before, this year things will look a little different. I'm told there are no tents allowed, only self-contained campers. That way people aren't using public amenities as public showers and bathrooms are closed for the time being. The city administrator for Dakota City says they're enforcing social distancing and other health guidelines.
We rely on our health officials to guide us in those things. And so, I mean, I would say no one thought a year ago we'd be in this position. So we're just going to take it one day at a time and try to keep the public safe and yet still be able to go outside and enjoy the wonderful Dakota City.
April marks the opening for many Siouxland campgrounds, and tonight at 10, I'll explain what it'll cost you if you plan on camping at any Iowa State Park. Reporting live in Dakota City, Lydia Vasquez, KCAU 9 News.
Well, folks up in Clay County will be voting this summer on whether or not to approve a $41 million project to build a new courthouse, jail, and law enforcement center. That's in Vermillion, South Dakota. Clay County Sheriff Andy Howe says that the current jail was built back in 1912.
Those of us that have been working in that jail, we knew that it was deficient. We knew that it was old and very lacking, but we had adapted our procedures and methods to fit that and had adapted the jail as best we could over time. And we're functioning there with the jail population we had.
Sheriff Howie says that the old jail is no longer cutting it and that the issues they're facing are also affecting the courthouse as well. Earlier this week, we reported on another tenant leaving Southern Hills Mall. Greenberg's Jewelers, one of two retailers recently moving to the Sunnybrook Retail Village.
A crowded area now, and today we learned of a new business planning to locate in the now vacant Sears location at the Southern Hills Mall. According to the mall, the space will be repositioned for Tilt Studio. That's a 110,000 square foot family entertainment center. Opening is expected in 2022. The center plans to offer mini bowling, blacklight mini golf courses, bumper cars, and several other family-friendly activities. According to the company's website, Sioux City will be the company's first Iowa location. That sounds like fun. I like indoor mini golf.
And nice to see the mall with some new life there. That's
for
good
sure.
to hear. Well, we all know that there are 1,000,001 reasons to exercise, but sometimes knowing there's a reason just isn't enough to get you motivated.
But check this out. What if you got paid for going for a walk or a bike ride? We'll explain.
And it's going to be a challenge to accomplish much outside tomorrow as far as exercise goes. We are going to have quite a bit of rain with us, but we should clear things out this weekend and enjoy some seasonal high temperatures in the 50s and 60s. Your 9 on 9 forecast coming up next.
You're watching KCAU 9 News with Tim Seaman, Sophie Erber, Chief Meteorologist Scott Larson, and Sports Director Jake Jones. This is KCAU 9 News at 6.
55, and highs should be in the 50s for most of next week, with low temperatures taking a dip toward the freezing mark there, and no significant chances of rain or snow are dialed up for next week. Here's the view over the Missouri River, a great viewer picture that was sent in, I believe, from a drone. It'd be difficult to get the picture otherwise, so thanks for passing that one along. As you can see, the sunshine reflecting off the Missouri River waters there, and also the Veterans Memorial Bridge. Pretty cool shot there along the riverbanks. Well, here's a way that you can send in your own photos. Go to SiouxlandProud.com, go to the weather tab, and send us your pics. Tim and Sophie?
Either that or a really long selfie, or a long
Selfie stick.
Selfie stick.
I was thinking the same thing.
I did say selfie stick.
That's okay. We can
selfie stick.
Coin that, trademarked. It can often be hard to find the motivation to exercise regularly, but with technology, finding motivation can be easier.
Why there are apps that actually pay users for their daily walk. We'll explain that, or at least we'll try. That's next.
Whether you like to run, walk, or anything in between, really, there are some apps to help keep you motivated.
And now, get this, there's even some apps that will pay you to stay in shape. Let's learn more from Rich DeMuro.
Finding the motivation to work out isn't always easy, which is why these apps pay to keep you in shape. Hero Trainer is focused on gamers and taking a break to move.
This idea stemmed from my own personal problems staying consistent with exercising.
The app rewards you for the steps you take. Redeem for digital items inside your favorite video games. The app has helped gamers walk over 1 billion steps.
Someone could earn a $10 gift card in about a month and a half.
Charity Miles has been around since 2012. Take a walk, run, or bike ride and earn donations for a charity you choose. So far, they've given over $3 million. If you have trouble sticking to your goals, check out Step Bet. Pay to join in on a challenge, then accomplish each week's goal. Winners split the pot for cold, hard cash. Paceline rewards you with weekly gift cards.
One of the things we think is really important is people should be rewarded and recognized for the hard work they're putting into taking care of themselves, which actually contributes greatly to society.
Link up an Apple Watch, Garmin, or Fitbit, then do what you normally do. 150 active minutes weekly helps you rack up rewards, which often include big-name gift cards.
The minimum value you can get is $1 a week, $5 a month, and $10 a quarter. Some of our longest hitting streak members who are now on 52 weeks of being on Paceline have actually redeemed more than $500 worth of value.
Paceline does seem like an easy way to rack up some rewards if you're fairly active, but keep in mind, they do require you to link up a credit card in order to get the full benefits.
There you go. Think twice.
Yeah, I don't know about the gaming incentives, but maybe the gift cards. Well, switching gears now, KCAU 9 Sports Director Jake Jones is here.
Can you top that one, Jake?
I can't pay anyone for any of this stuff. I mean, you know, I can serve up smiles all day long.
We'll take it.
We'll take that.
Briarcliff has a new look heading into their spring football season. I'll tell you what, new head coach Shane Ladege, is looking for as he opens up camp, opening up in sports. Tournament gets underway. Briarcliff staying put at 18 despite yesterday's GPAC semifinal loss, while Morningside continuing to receive votes. The national tournament's opening rounds start on April 15th.
Hopefully some better weather than we're seeing today.
I tell you, it was good football weather.
That's true.
That's about it.
Cool.
Thanks, Jake. We check in for a final forecast. First, let's take you outside right now in Siouxland.